Ancient humans were healthier than us. And here is why. You wake up with a rectangle glowing beside your face. It says you slept badly. Your watch says your heart rate was weird. Your back hurts from a chair that was designed by someone who apparently hated spines. You walk to the kitchen, open a cabinet, and there is more food inside it than most humans in history would have seen in a week. And somehow you are exhausted. This is the strange part of being modern. You live in the safest, most medically advanced world humans have ever built. You have antibiotics, dentists, vaccines, clean water, and a tiny computer that can tell you to breathe like a disappointed therapist. And yet your body often behaves like it has been kidnapped. Your feet hurt, your jaw is crowded, your blood sugar is confused, your sleep is fragile, your attention is shredded. So when people say ancient humans were healthier than us, it sounds like fantasy. But it is also not completely wrong. The mistake is thinking ancient life was healthy because it was pure. It was not pure. It was brutal. Ancient humans were not wellness influencers with bone broth and perfect circadian rhythms. They got infections, they broke bones, they lost children, they died from things a pharmacy can now fix before lunch. But their bodies were trained by a world that constantly gave the right signals. Our bodies are trained by a world that constantly removes them. That is the whole problem. Start with movement. For most of human history, movement was not a hobby. It was not a subscription. It was not something squeezed between emails. Movement was life. If you wanted food, you walked. If you wanted water, you carried it. Survival meant squatting, climbing, lifting, digging, balancing, and standing for long stretches of the day. No one had to motivate themselves to get their steps in. The world did that for them. This matters because your body is not just a brain riding around in a soft chair. It expects load. Bones need stress. Muscles need work. Tendons need tension. Feet need uneven ground. Your heart and blood vessels expect regular demand. When that demand disappears, the body does not become peaceful. It becomes underused. This is why some modern hunter-gatherer and small-scale farming populations are so interesting to researchers. They are not time machines, but they show what human bodies can look like in environments with much more daily movement and much less industrial food. The Tsimane, an indigenous population in Bolivia, became famous because researchers found extremely low levels of coronary artery disease compared with industrial populations. Their lives are physically active, their diet is mostly unprocessed, and obesity is rare. That does not mean the Tsimane have a magical lifestyle. They also face high infectious burden. It means the modern heart attack environment is not inevitable. That should make us uncomfortable, because the modern world did not just give us comfort. It gave us comfort without movement, calories without effort, sweetness without season, light without darkness, and sitting without end. Then we act surprised when the body notices. Food is the next signal. Ancient humans did not have one perfect diet. That is important. There was no single caveman menu. Arctic groups ate differently from tropical groups. Coastal humans ate differently from inland humans. People ate what their landscapes allowed. The common pattern was not purity, it was difficulty. Food had structure, it had fiber, it had seasons, it had chewing, it had scarcity. It usually did not arrive as a soft orange rectangle engineered to outlive civilizations. This changed teeth. When humans shifted toward farming and much later toward industrial refined foods, the mouth changed with the menu. Oral bacteria shifted across major dietary transitions. Softer, starchier, stickier foods made life easier in some ways, but they also created new dental problems. Ancient teeth were not perfect, but the ancient mouth often had to work harder. A jaw that grows up chewing tough food is getting a different signal from a jaw that grows up on soft bread, noodles, cereal, and fruit paste. The body listens to texture, it listens to resistance, it listens to light. Before electricity, darkness was not an aesthetic. It was the sky. Fire existed. Moonlight existed, stars existed, but there was no blue-white rectangle telling your brain that midnight was shopping time. Again, ancient sleep was not perfect. People woke up. They had insects, cold, fear, crying babies, and no memory foam. But their environment had a rhythm. Daylight was bright, night was dark, seasons mattered. The body received a clearer clock signal than most of us get in a sealed room under LED lights. Modern life is very good at protecting you from the outside world, sometimes too good. The same thing happened with hunger, boredom, temperature, and effort. Ancient bodies lived in a world with friction. Modern bodies live in a world designed to delete friction. Push button, food arrives, tap screen, heat appears, sit still, work happens, scroll forever, boredom dies. From the viewpoint of comfort, this is a miracle. From the viewpoint of biology, it is confusing. Your body was shaped by cycles: feast and shortage, light and dark, effort and rest, heat and cold. Modern life often gives us abundance without cycles. The signal gets flattened, and then people try to replace the whole missing environment with one tiny hack: a supplement, a cold plunge, a walking pad, a sleep tracker, a jaw exerciser that makes you look like you are trying to chew through your own destiny. Some of these tools might help. Some are silly. Some are useful for the wrong reason. But the deeper truth is that your body is not asking for a trend. It is asking for a world. Now, this is where the romantic version of the story falls apart. Ancient humans were not simply healthier than us. They were healthier in some systems and far more vulnerable in others. They probably had stronger everyday movement patterns, less obesity in many environments, more demanding chewing, more outdoor light, more varied physical stress, and fewer industrial foods. But they also had no antibiotics, no emergency surgery, no insulin, no reliable dentistry, no blood transfusions, and no safe childbirth by modern standards. A cut could become a death sentence. A tooth infection could become a disaster. A child with a treatable disease might simply not survive. So the honest answer is not that ancient humans were healthier. The honest answer is that ancient humans were better matched to the world their bodies expected and worse protected from the world their bodies feared. We are the opposite. We are brilliantly protected from many ancient dangers, but poorly matched to many ancient needs. That is why the comparison matters. Not because we should go backward. Going backward is how you get parasites and die from a splinter with ambition. The point is to notice what modern life removed. It removed walking as transportation. It removed strength as a daily requirement. It removed chewing as work. It removed darkness, boredom, and seasons. It removed discomfort so completely that we now have to schedule small, safe versions of it on purpose. That is a very strange sentence, but it is also our situation. The healthiest future is not ancient cosplay. It is not pretending the past was clean, noble, and disease-free. It is taking the best of modern medicine and putting back the signals the body still understands. More walking, more lifting, more real food, more daylight, more darkness, more chewing, more rest that is actually rest, more environments where the body is used, not just maintained. Because your body is not broken because it is modern. It is struggling because modern life is very new, and your biology is very old. Somewhere inside you is an ancient animal trying to understand why it has unlimited calories, no darkness, no walking, fake urgency all day, and a chair shaped like a polite trap. That animal is not stupid. It is sending signals. The question is whether modern life can become advanced enough to listen